The wildfire raged through a small Northern California forest town Tuesday, burning dozens of homes as dangerously dry and windy weather also continued to fuel other massive blazes and prompted the nation's largest utility to begin shutting off power to 51,000 customers. The Calder fire in the northern Sierra Nevada had burned an estimated 50 homes in and around Grizzly Flats, a town of about 1,200 people, fire officials said at a community meeting. Governor Gavin Newsom proclaimed a state of emergency for El Dorado County because of the blaze, which tripled in size between Monday and Tuesday afternoon to nearly 50 square miles. To the north, the Dixie Fire, the largest of some 100 active wildfires in more than a dozen western states, was advancing toward Susanville, population about 18,000. Meanwhile, Pacific Gas and Electric (PCG) -0.44% announced it had begun shutting off power to some 51,000 customers in small portions of 18 northern counties to prevent winds from knocking down or fouling power lines and sparking new blazes. The utility said the precautionary shutoffs were focused in the Sierra Nevada foothills, the North Coast, the North Valley and the North Bay Mountains, and could last into Wednesday afternoon. Very few homes were left standing in Grizzly Flats, where streets were littered with downed power lines and poles. Houses were reduced to smoldering ash and twisted metal, with only chimneys rising above the ruins. A post office and elementary school were also destroyed. 2 people with serious or severe injuries were airlifted to hospitals from the Grizzly Flats area, fire officials said. Derek Shaves and Tracy Jackson were helping their friends salvage food and other supplies from the Grizzly Pub and Grub, a business in the evacuation zone that wasn't touched by the blaze. Shaves said he visited Grizzly Flats Tuesday and saw his home and most of the houses in his neighborhood had been destroyed by the fire. Understand how today's global business practices, market dynamics, economic policies and more impact you with real-time news and analysis from MarketWatch. It's a pile of ash, he said. Everybody on my block is a pile of ash, and every block that I visited, but for 5 separate homes that were safe, was totally devastated. At the Dixie Fire, numerous resources were put into the Susanville area, where residents were warned to be ready to evacuate, said Mark Brunton, an operations section chief. It's not out of play, and the next 24 hours are going to be crucial to watch as to what the fire is going to do there, he told an online briefing. To the east, spot fires became established south of the small community of Janesville, which had been ordered evacuated. The Dixie Fire, which had burned some 600 homes, is the largest of the major wildfires burning in western U.S. states that have seen historic drought and weeks of high temperatures and dry weather that have left trees, brush and grasslands as flammable as tinder. Climate change has made the U.S. West warmer and drier in the past 30 years and will continue to make the weather more extreme and wildfires more destructive, according to scientists. Susanville is the seat of Lassen County and the largest city that the Dixie Fire, named for the road where it started, has approached since it broke out last month. The former Sierra Nevada logging and mining town has 2 state prisons, a nearby federal lockup and a casino. Ash fell from the advancing fire, and a police statement urged residents to be alert and be ready to evacuate if the fire threatens the city. The Dixie Fire has scorched more than 940 square miles in the northern Sierra Nevada and southern Cascades since it ignited on July 13 and eventually merged with a smaller blaze. It's less than a third contained. Investigations are continuing, but PG&E has notified utility regulators that the Dixie and Fly fires may have been caused by trees falling into its power lines. The Dixie Fire began near the town of Paradise, which was devastated by a 2018 wildfire ignited by PG&E equipment during strong winds. 85 people died. Ongoing damage surveys have counted more than 1,100 buildings destroyed, including 630 homes, and more than 16,000 structures remain threatened. Numerous evacuation orders were in effect. Near the Calder Fire, people were offering assistance to evacuees, including the 4-footed kind. Susan Collins of Placerville used her horse trailer to help move 2 horses Tuesday after offering help on an El Dorado County Facebook page.